Oh, hello. Welcome to Club Passim. My name is Matt Smith, and we've been streaming live shows here through the Passim social media platforms and our website since back in the middle of March. But now we are doing some shows right here live from Club Passim. And while you might think we've got a room full of people here like usual, we don't. And I'll just spin this camera around here, and you can see what's going on. We've just got a few people here that are in the pod, and we are putting on a couple live shows. We've got a few more coming up over the next couple of weeks. We're going to have Mark Arelli here next Friday. We've got Chris Smither here next Saturday, and watch for some more coming up over the fall dates as well, as we try to kind of normalize some of these shows as to the ones that were going to be here anyway through the fall. So let me tell you a little bit about Passim before we get started. We are a nonprofit organization. We've been a venue here in Harvard Square for over 60 years, but for the past 25, we've been a nonprofit organization. We run the club here 7 nights a week, online now. We have moved our music school online for classes and workshops. We also have our Celtic Festival, BCM Fest in January, that will be online as well. We've got our grant-giving parts of Passim, including the PAIR Fund, the Passim Emergency Artist Relief Fund, and also the Iguana Music Fund. The application process for that just opened up over Labor Day weekend, and it'll be running through the middle of October. So make sure you visit passim.org/iguana for information on how you or an artist that you know can apply to get a grant between $500 and $2,000 for their projects. The PAIR Fund is more for living expenses. The Iguana Music Fund is more project-based. So there's a lot of folks that might be looking for better streaming equipment or some home recording equipment. They can do that through the Iguana Music Fund. I want to thank you all for being here and being part of what we're doing as we try to present music to you night after night, even during the lockdown. And we're going to keep doing it, and hopefully you'll be able to make a donation and be part of what we're doing here. The donations that we gathered tonight are going to be split between Club Passim and Tim Gearan. That is to help us survive through this in a place where we would normally be selling tickets and selling drinks and food. We are now left with just the hope of the future of coming back, and also the hope of folks like you joining in, making donations. But also, if you can't make a donation, we still ask that you watch and just share the stream. That helps out tremendously too. So thank you for being here. Know that it's hard for the artists, it's hard for the club, and we want to keep doing this night after night for you. And we're thrilled to put on music, and we've got a great show for you here tonight. We're thrilled to be here in Club Passim. Please welcome Tim Gearan.
Smith. All right. So nice to be back on the stage. They always told me to play to the back of the room, so that's what I'm going to do. This is called the That'll Show 'Em Blues. I'm gonna show everybody what time it is. Gonna break the bank and put my money where my mouth is. Falling with a real bad crowd and really get to know them. That'll show 'em. I'm gonna buy a toy that I can play with, something that I might spend the day with. All the bells and whistles in a shiny big box. I'm gonna ask a friend, shops a lot, to pick me up. We can pick a spot, seize the day, and forget those clicks and clocks. That'll show 'em we're not kidding around. Yeah, that'll show 'em We're the best in town, found a real good friend. I'm pretty sure that you don't know him. But I can't really dance, my timing's off. When I'm alone, I'm Barishnikov. My favorite cocktail's a Molotov. I'm gonna blow these dice and throw 'em. That'll show. But hey, hey, it's a bright, shiny day. It's open season, let's fire away. We'll try to make the most of our time as it flies. As it flies in the meantime. Gonna bust it loose, gonna boost morale, gonna shoot 'em up at the OK Corral. When we get home, we're gonna procreate. That's right. We're gonna grow 'em. That'll show. That'll show. We're not kidding around, yeah, that'll show 'em. We're the best in town, found a real good friend. I'm pretty sure that you don't know. Oh, but hey, hey, it's a bright, shiny day. It's open season, let's fire away. We'll try to make the most of our time as it flies, as it flies in the meantime. All right. That's how that one goes. Thank you. Welcome to the Club Passim live stream. It's Saturday night. Try not to say live stream too much because it makes me want to pee. um, how's everybody doing? What's your favorite part of the existential maelstrom that we're all in here? That's what I was going to say, Matt. My favorite part of the existential maelstrom is I got a spot right outside the club. All right, let's see. I wrote this. This is one of those fever dream songs about that time you get lost in the woods. I wasn't sure I was going to sing it in front of anybody, but I sent it to Peter Mulvey, and he said, "Yeah, what the hell? Go ahead and sing it." I don't know if that was encouraging or not, but he liked the sort of German version that I had going earlier, but sort of a Kurt Weill thing. But I went with a more melodic vibe, or so I think. Anyway, this is my dream. Try to forgive me. I've taken so much of the time I've been given and tossed it back into the river where everything's moving and gravity's laughing because I am wanting forgiveness and because I will ask for more time. You were disguised as a child who had nothing to keep her from falling straight backwards because the bow breaking could not hold the weight. The wonder of your little world. Wake me up now. You said you'd wake me up. Wake me up now. You said that you'd wake me up. I heard there's a sound that's so deep in the country that if you could hear, you probably won't keep your job pushing pipe dreams around in the city. But I've been too chicken to go. They told me the woods were so thick and so dark, but if you could manage to feel your way over to where you might join all the howling neighbors, it might give your misguided glory a home in the arms of a song. So wake me up now. You said that you'd wake me up. Wake me up now. You said that you'd wake me up. And try to forgive me. I've taken so much of the time I've been given and tossed it back into the river where everything's moving and gravity's laughing. Because I am wanting forgiveness and because I will ask for more time. All right, thank you. Barry Rothman. The German version's always better, right? All right, here's a song about bad decisions and collateral damage. The fear of flying, which as it turns out is just the fear of not flying, really. We were living it up, we were living it down like a head-on collision, but we got around. The chance of a lifetime, you stir it around. It's like a lethal combination when you hit the ground. Look out below, look out below, look out below. Oh, no. Look out below. Man, we got loaded. Yeah, we got high. We took it to the limit with our heads in the sky. And once we were up there with nothing to prove, we did the horizontal bop and made a lateral move. Look out below. Look out below, look out below. Look out below. It was a matter of time, it was a matter of fact. A friend of the devil got in on the act. Once he got going, he never looked back with the sun in his eyes and the wind at his back. Look out below, low, look out below, look out below, low, 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 look out below. Well, time was for killing back in the day. Man, we were flying TWA and we were talking a lot without a whole lot to say. Some old lady said, well, you boys better pray. You better look out below, look out below, look out below. One lost a liver, one lost a toe. I remember saying there was still 9 to go. 8 was a ball, lucky 7 should know. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 for the show. Look out below. Look out below, 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 look out, look out below, look out below, look out below, look out below, look out, look out below, look out below, look out below, look out below. Yeah, man, we were living it up, living it down like a head-on collision. When we got around, chance of a lifetime, you stir it around. A lethal combination when you hit the ground. Look up below, look up below, look up below. Man, we got loaded, yeah, we got high, yeah, we took it to the limit with our heads in the sky. And once we were up there with nothing to prove, we did the horizontal pop and made a lateral move. Look up below. Look out below, look out below, look out below. It was a matter of time, it was a matter of fact. A friend of the devil that cut in on the actor. Once he got up there with nothing to prove, he did the horizontal pop and made a lateral move. Look out below, look out below, look out below. Time was for killing back in the day. Man, we were flying TWA, we were talking a lot without a whole lot to say. Somebody said, well, you boys better pray. Look out, look out, look out below, look out below, look out below. One lost a liver, one lost a toe. I remember saying they were still meant to go. 8 was a ball, lucky 7 should know. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 for the show. Look up below, look up below, look up below, look up below, look up, look up, look up below, look up, look up below, look up below. You better look out, look up below. You better look up below. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 for the show. Look up below. That's my cautionary tale. Very important messages in there somewhere. All right. What else? Playing songs during this time is especially provocative. I always think about that scene at the end of Titanic where the ship's going down, but the band's still playing. Kind of how I feel sometimes. I heard Jon Stewart say it's like bringing a candy bar to a plane crash. Feels like that sometimes too. But I know you're out there with me. We're going to be hopeful tonight. Right? Yeah, hopeful. All right, here's my song about that girl that you met at the carnival that time. You thought she was looking at you, but she was actually making eyes at the muscle bound frat boy behind you. I saw her spinning on a carousel. She looked pretty happy as far as I could tell. I tried to hear what she said over the music up above her head, over the music up above her head. She had the shoes, she had the bag, Metro look and a retro shag. She walked away, I said, that's not fair. She turned around and said, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you can't shake her up, you can't shake her down. I'll never be a jewel in her little crown. If you could see her and round while the world goes by. Round and around while the world goes by. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm asleep. Somebody wake before I get too deep. Some girls melt hearts, but that's all they do. This girl boils my blood after she gets through. You might not believe me, but I swear it's true. Yeah, it's just like a magic trick. Yeah, it's just like magic. But you can't shake her up, you can't shake her down. You never be a jewel in that little crown. But if you could see her on that rag going round and round while the world goes by. Round and around while the world goes by. Yeah, she had the shoes and she had the bag. Metro look and retro shack. She walked away, I said that's not fair. She turned around and said yeah, yeah, yeah. She turned around and said yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. Didn't work out. All right. I'm trying out some new ones on you folks out there. Remember that conversation that you had with your new partner, where you get down to the nitty gritty and talk about how many people you'd been with before you met them and how they lie. This is about that, except it's about well, I stumbled onto a poem by my mom, awkwardly enough, and she had a pretty even line between about three dudes, one of them being my dad. And she stuck to that story for a long time until I found this poem that she had written. And then I wrote this in all of my confusion. He was your first kiss and then you pushed him away. But his voice was just like honey, and it stuck to you that day. You always mentioned every boy and every picture that you'd shown me. But who the fuck was Tony? His leather was from China, and his DA was a joke. Dragging on his parliament, he said you didn't choke. But the Buick was really an Oldsmobile, and he was just a knockoff little pony boy. So who the fuck was Tony? Who the fuck was Tony? What were you expecting from the heat you couldn't give? You know your mama felt it too, girl. Otherwise you wouldn't live. Another day to hear the drip of Johnny Mathis rhymes in teenage ceremony. But who the fuck was Tony? Who the fuck was Tony? Chances are you wore that silly grin. Chances are you wore it out with him. Chances are you were just a phone. But who the fuck was Tony? Who was Tony? Thank you. Sometimes it's just better not to know. All right. Here's another one. I wrote half of this morning, so just give me a break, will you? I'm going to send this one out to Barry Rothman because he's in the back of the room, kind of in the shade back there. I haven't seen him in a while, though. But I love you, Barry. What did he say? Son of a bitch. Almost alone at the foot of the ladder. Your St. Christopher smile. I remember so clearly, not that it mattered. You left your shoelace untied. And there's always a place for you out here in the dark next to me. You know I'll be waiting if you ever wanted a little bit of company. Almost alone, we got no sense of fashion. On this dirty floor we don't look down. Underneath the stars there are no colors clashing. There ain't no glitterati on the ground. But there's always a place for you out here in the dark next to me. You know I'll be waiting if you ever wanted a little bit of company. And I don't know how you feel, but I see it in your eyes. It's not just the song of the bird. No, it's the distance that he flies. And there's always a place for you out here in the dark next to me. You know I'll be waiting if you ever want a little bit of company. Almost alone, already going. Leaving's how you make yourself at home. You were always wild, you were always willing. We were always almost alone. Almost alone at the foot of the ladder. St. Christopher smiled. I remember so clearly, not that it mattered. You left your shoelace untied. That's exactly how that song goes. Back on that one. Let's see. Can't help it. It's all these love songs, man. All right, here's another one. I want to thank my wife Paula for buying me coasters that had pictures of Danny DeVito holding rum glazed hams on them. That was the inspiration for this little song. Where'd you go? I lost you in the light. I swear you were beside me when I turned my head. I sat up in bed, heard you go, hey, hey, hey. There would be no bebop-a-looda, no obla-dee-bla-da without you nearby. And every time I cry, you go, hey, hey, hey. I knew you'd find a way to find me. I just look behind me in a ray of sun. You came round and you take me up for dinner. I'm not getting any thinner, but I still eat you up. Here we are, just two weary people, talking about the weather like there's nothing going on. And when I yawn, you go, hey, hey, hey. When I yawn, you go, hey, hey, hey. Where'd you go? I lost you in the light. I swear you were beside me when I turned my head and I sat up in bed and I heard you go, Hey, hey, hey. Thanks for clapping, folks. All right, let's see. This one's for all the parents out there who are desperately trying to explain the horrible freak show to their children. So this one's called "Explaining the Horrible Freak Show to Your Children." Let's see. This is one. I wrote called "It's How We Do It Down Here." And it's got all 4 chords in it. Let's see. He came out crying like a lot of us do. He looked pretty angry. Yeah, he looked straight at me and you. And then we looked at the doula and said, do you do this year after year? And she said, yeah, don't you worry. It's just how we do it down here. So he was delivered. He had the goods. But we all have to learn how to walk like a babe in the woods. And then it gets dark and they tell you that it's perfectly clear. They say, well, don't you worry, it's just how we do it down here. And they say, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Hey, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Hey, don't you worry, it's just how we do it down here. But this kid was still just a little baby kid, couldn't crawl, walk, or speak. But they all stood in line just to pinch that big chubby cheek. And he took a look around and he flooded the place with his tears. And we said, don't you worry, baby, it's just how we do it down here. And we said, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Hey, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Hey, don't you worry, it's just how we do it down here. Well, we know it's a mess, but I swear we did our best. And besides, it's just a little too warm out there to do much of anything. Yeah, we are working on ourselves, though. Don't you worry, we are working on ourselves. They said, don't you worry, we're gonna fix it up real good. It's a fixer-upper. Maybe you could be our quicker picker-upper. We could really use a guy like you. Yeah, we could really use a guy like you. Yeah, we could really use a guy like you. I do believe that we have some potential, though, don't you think? We have some existential potential, though, don't you think? Don't you think? No. And then we wondered out loud what kind of guy he might grow up to be. It's so hard to get things done when there's so much on TV. And who could really blame him if he turned away and disappeared? I mean, that's how we've always done it. Yeah, it's just how we do it down. We said, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Hey, don't you worry, don't you worry about it. Yeah, don't you worry. It's just how we do it down here. Yeah, he came out crying like a lot of us do. And he looked pretty angry. He looked straight at me and you. And we looked at the doula and said, do you do this year after year after year? And she said, yeah, but don't you worry. It's just how we do it. She said, don't you worry. Don't you worry. She said, don't you worry. It's just how we do it down here. Poor kid. All right. So I got another one. Time flies. Can't believe I've been playing for 45 minutes. Time is strange. So I wrote this a while back, and little did I know that months later I would stumble onto a song through whatever, the social media, from our own Lori McKenna, who had a song called This Town is a Woman. Beautiful song. And but as it turned out, I had written this song a while back, and it's not an answer or a reply to Lori's thing, but because I had written it, but without even any knowledge of this song. This one's called "This Town's a Liar," so I don't know if it's going to get me into any trouble. Probably not, because everybody knows who Lori is and nobody knows who I am. But so I'm just going to do it. Well, I never made a promise, but I swear this town's a liar. It whispers in your ear, it tells you it'll take you higher. It told you you'd be safe and sound in your little Tuesday tavern choir. You wanted to believe it, but I swear this town's a liar. Well, when Julie moved to Providence, I thought, well, all right, but I had to look it up. It said that Providence was the protective care of God and nature. Well, I just said good luck. That city's always burning like a worn out rubber tire. And it sounds like it's been moving, but I swear this town's a liar. And Amy, man, she's cool, man. I shook her hand in 1992. But voices only carry when they don't belong to you. So yeah, I'll take your pity and I'll hang it on my dirty linen wire. I've become so fond of fiction, and I swear this town's a liar. So please don't hold me to it, 'cause I'd rather hold my baby instead. And if I need a boost, I just remember what the doctor said. If you're looking for a reason to believe in your secret desire, well, whispers turn to warfare, and I swear this town's a liar. All right. How's everybody doing out there? No, really. Oh, we all doing all right? Are all my horrified patriots doing okay? What's the word for horrified? Horrified. Let's see. Here's a song about what's this one about? This one's kind of about just that pathetic plea for help when you're a Luddite and you just don't know how to work the little hoodicky thing, and nobody's around to help you. I forget what key I was in. I think it's in this key right here. I've been hurting, you've been gone, so deserted and strung along. Why you leave me, I don't know. All of this time I've loved you so. I need you like a pulley needs a string. I need you more than anything. And I realize that you got important work to do. But I forgot the password that gets me onto that thing that I like to play with. I've been lying on my side. I've been trying not to cry. Heaven, please help me. If you exist, I will be so good, Lord, you can't resist. I need you like a pulley needs a string. I need you more than anything. I realize that you got work to do, but I forgot the password for that funky thing that I like to play with. So if it's real, the way you say you feel, well, tell me what's one more time. If you love me, yeah, and if it's real, the way you say you feel, well, tell me what's one more time. If you love me. That's how that goes. You said you're just a little wave on the ocean. There's no time for devotion in this sea of love, in this big old sea of love. Capsized, we could use a ride. It's been days now, swimming with the tide on this big old sea of love. Help me to brighten up my mind. I've been fooling with this silly rhyme, 'cause it can't be only tragedy. Tell me about that time you were shining. You were just a child wading into this sea of love. In this sea of love. Help me to brighten up my mind. I've been fooling with this silly rhyme, 'cause it can't be only tragedy. I know what you think I see, maybe only you and me sinking into this sea of love. In this sea of love. In this sea of love. In this sea of love. This big old sea of love. Hey, Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Abby. I miss this place, and I love this place, and it's really just a joy to be back here. So thanks. Peace.
That's Tim Gearan, folks. We're so thrilled to be able to have him here at Club Passim, live playing for you all. Make sure you tune in to our Passim stream shows. We've got our 1990 tribute night happening on Sunday. Monday night is our Global Roots series. Tuesdays are open mic nights. We've got at the end of next week, Mark Arelli with his band playing live from Club Passim, as well as a special benefit show with Chris Smither on next Saturday. So come on out to the Passim website at passim.org/stream, or Facebook and our YouTube pages. Please do make a donation if you can. That is how we are all surviving these days, with you folks getting tickets through the donation page at passim.org/stream. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.